Just made it to Egypt, Cairo. Going to be doing some crazy adventures on this episode. Yeah, this is like incredible, guys. So one of the things here that we're gonna do is check out the pyramids of Giza, and you need to have a tour guide to help you keep you safe and all that stuff. So one of my guys here, his name is Syed, and Syed, there's my driver. You want to say hello?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm here. How are you?
Good.
Welcome back to Egypt.
Cool. So Syed's gonna be our tour guide. He's gonna give us some pretty good information about the pyramids and some of the stuff that you can find here around Cairo, Giza, Saqqara, the whole area. So, all right, you ready, Syed?
Yes.
All right.
I think so.
You think so? All right, let's go. Now, of course, coming into the pyramids of Giza, you know, you've seen the pictures and it's like, okay, I'm gonna see this big pile of rocks. But when I first started to walk in here, I really started to feel exactly how amazing this place is. The Giza Pyramid Complex in Egypt is home to the Great Pyramid, the Pyramid of Khafre, the Pyramid of Menkaure, and along with their associated pyramid complex with the Great Sphinx. These were all built during the 4th dynasty of the Old Kingdom of ancient Egypt between 2600 to 2500 BC. This site also includes several temples, cemeteries, and the remains of a workers' village. There are 3 main pyramids for the 3 rulers, but you will also see many little mini pyramids. Some of these could be for like high officials, for the queens. One thing that I learned from my guide too is the people that were working here, they weren't known as slaves back then. They were making a living, they were making money, they were getting gifts from the king, so they were actually working here really hard, but they were getting paid. And the other thing that I heard is when Moses was coming down and trying to take some of the people, this was also being built for Ramses. Now, it's not 100% sure if this is the actual location, but the majority of people do believe when all of these were being built, this was during that time. But again, one of the biggest misconceptions is that the people here were slaves. And yes, maybe conditions were hard, but a lot of these people did choose to be here and to make a living. And another cool thing is you could actually ride some camels here. Make sure to haggle your price because these guys will come down. They will initially charge you a little bit expensive just because they know you're a tourist. But if you do this, make sure you ask in detail what it is that you're getting and then also the price, the final price. So that way there's no surprises. I have to say this place was just incredible. So I'm walking the stairs to come up here up the pyramid. Whew. It is insane, like just the history behind this place, but very cool. Now, I did go to a place where they use Egyptian papyrus to make paper. Now, this is pretty insane. It's a writing material made from the Cyperus papyrus plant. It was invented by the ancient Egyptians primarily to make some of these paintings that you see here. The way they do it is they remove the fibrous layers from the stem of the papyrus plant, and then they lay the strips of the plant stock in horizontal and vertical layers. They press and dampen the layers together, and then they let them dry out in the sun. After that, they hammer the sheet to form a uniform thickness. The plant's natural sap acts as a glue to bind the layers together. It was used for writing hieroglyphics, hieratic, the Demotic scripts. It was also used for Greek, Coptic, Latin, Aramaic, and Arabic documents. Other uses are for paintings, drawings, and other art projects. As far as constructions, they will use mats, boxes, baskets, lids, sandals, and ropes. And lastly, the stalks were bound together to make skiffs for local transport and hunting. I did end up buying one of the paintings for myself. I have to say, if you can get one, do it. It is very highly worth it. I think you gave me eucalyptus maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, cold. That was really good. Yeah. So one of the things I like to do always is going to a museum because that's where they preserve a lot of history And if you want to talk about like thousands of years, like stuff BC time, this is where you're gonna find it. This is one of them, the Egyptian Museum. The old one, the original one, I believe. We need to see what's inside. So the Museum Egyptian of Antiquities, commonly known as the Egyptian Museum, houses the largest collection in the world. They have about 120,000 items with a representative amount on display. Located in Tahrir Square in a building built 1901, it is the largest museum in Africa. Among its masterpieces are Pharaoh Tutankhamun's treasure, including its iconic gold burial mask, widely considered one of the best known works of art in the world and a prominent symbol of ancient Egypt. Here you will find prehistoric period collections, the early dynasty period, the Old Kingdom period, Middle Kingdom period, and the New Kingdom period, which again we're talking about thousands of years BC. Now if you are curious about that gold mask I was telling you about, it is composed of 11 karat solid gold. Some of the rooms here you're not able to take any pictures or videos, so just be sure to respect the area and the rules. Now last I heard, they did just open up the Grand Egyptian Museum, which opened up a few months ago, which is located near the pyramids of Giza, so be sure to check it out. Alright, so we're here at the Civilization Museum, and pretty stoked because they have some, well, the mummies and stuff like that. There's a lot of things here, and I think it's pretty big. This one is air conditioned, so alright, let's check this out. I had to do one more museum because this is the National Museum of Egyptian Civilization in Cairo, which is the first museum in the Arab world focusing on the first civilization in history. Now, if you are a big history buff, you're going to be extremely happy with this place because you will see some very old things here, some mummies underground, and I'm telling you, it is just incredible. You will see some famous people here like Ramses, Septa, Tutmosis, and so on. I gotta say, there is just tons of people here, kings and queens, that are mummified underground, and you'll be amazed how even some of the hair is still intact. Now again, there is some rules that you can't take pictures in some of these areas, so respect the place and don't get thrown out. The tickets are actually extremely cheap. They're about a little bit under $10 US, and it's not a very big place, so you can see this pretty quickly, so enjoy. Okay, so just got out of checking out the mummies, and I have to say I am amazed with how everything looks. The biggest disappointment I have is you can't record or take any pictures down there, so I can't share it with you guys. You guys just have to come and see it for yourselves. But what I could say is they have, like, they're mummified. You could see their hair intact. You could see a lot of things intact, the way they have them wrapped up. It's a very unique process in how they kept them preserved and stuff. But on the top floor, they have tons of other things to check out, which has, of course, tons of history.
This is my friend.
Salam alaikum.
Salam alaikum. You can try it, my friend, even
Thank you.
because you are very good, famous YouTuber, so you can take photo.
Okay.
Take your time.
Very good.
بس زي ما انت كده بتكلمنا وكويس كده في اسم الالفينات ربنا يوفقك غير كده لا
Good bread.
لا
Fresh.
فريش
Maya, maya.
My friend, he was surprising that you are tourist. He think that you are Egyptian.
Oh yeah.
صباح الفل يا
Habibi. Now the last thing I forgot to mention is they gave me this little book here, which gives you the hieroglyphics of what your letters mean to the symbols. And then each letter also has a information on what it is. So like A could be powerful, strong person, and so on. So very, very cool. Now the last thing I am gonna do, I'm going to a dinner cruise on the Nile River. Now if you don't know about the Nile River, it is the longest river on the planet. Over 4,000 miles, I believe, 4,100 something. So I'm gonna do a dinner cruise. Not sure what to expect, so yeah, let's go.
temperature is high.
Yeah. Salam alaikum.
بالنسبه لي ترابيزه بس عايزين
Salam alaikum.
الله يسلمك ايه؟ ناخد له كنت عايز اقول لك عايز تقعد قريب من الحته بتاعت الرقص.
All right, you can let go of my hand. Let go of my hand. You wanna hold my hand? All right.
This is my friend. I cannot say no to him.
Yeah.
He's giving me
He's
the
my friend
best
too.
one.
Whew. I am on the Nile River. Now, of course, I was just amazed. You could just hear it in my voice how excited I was just to be on the Nile River. All the stories that you hear, everything that you know, the history, it was just very exciting to be here. The food was really, really good, and the entertainment was amazing. I'll let you guys go ahead and enjoy this. I gotta say, I had a great time, and I would highly do this again if I had the opportunity. And that is it. After 2 days in Cairo, you could do a pretty good amount of stuff here. So I'm just tired for the day. That belly dancing show was good, and the food was good also. I'm tired. Gotta get up early for the next adventure. So stay tuned for that. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. What is your favorite part on this episode? What should I do in Cairo while I'm still out here? So leave me a comment below. With all that being said, you guys take care of each other. See you guys in the next one.